One Instagram repost, deleted within hours, but the damage was already done. On Friday night AEDT, during the Las Vegas Grand Prix weekend, Oscar Piastri's official Instagram account reposted a graphic that would send shockwaves through Formula One. The post featured a quote from 95-year-old former F1 boss Bernie Ecclestone, originally published by German media outlet Sport Day. The quote was blunt and inflammatory. McLaren prefers the English driver Norris. He has more star quality and marketing appeal for them, has more camera presence and publicity. That's probably why he's better for McLaren. Within hours, Piastri deleted the post, but screenshots had already spread across social media like wildfire. The 24-year-old Australian driver had reopened wounds that McLaren had been desperately trying to heal all season. The graphic, originally posted by F1 fan account GP Fans Global, became the biggest talking point of the Las Vegas practice sessions, eclipsing even the on-track action. The F1 community immediately divided into camps. Was this a genuine accident, or was Piastri sending a deliberate message to his team? Ecclestone's full quote went even further, though parts weren't shared in Piastri's repost. He criticized McLaren's papaya rules that govern how the two drivers race against each other. You can tell Piastri is upset and tired of them, and the discussions about them are getting on his nerves, Ecclestone said. The pressure is constantly increasing, and Piastri is frustrated that he can no longer win races so easily, and that Norris is clearly being favored within the team. These words, now associated with Piastri's account, crystallized what many fans had been suspecting throughout the entire 2025 season. The timing couldn't be more sensitive. Piastri currently trails Lando Norris by 24 points in the F1 Drivers' Championship, but the story behind those numbers reveals something far more troubling. Back in August, after winning the Dutch Grand Prix, Piastri was leading Norris by 34 points. That means in just a few months, there has been a 58-point swing in the championship standings. Even more concerning for the Australian, he hasn't managed a podium finish in the past 5 races. Multiple experts have argued that several strategic decisions during this period disadvantaged Piastri to protect Norris's title bid. One Reddit user captured the mood perfectly. Likely a mistake since it's very easy to click the repost button on Instagram, but a terrible look nonetheless. That's his second accidental repost about Lando now. He needs to get off social media, or at the very least invest in a burner account. The fact that this is Piastri's second accidental repost about his teammate raises serious questions. While it could have been made by a member of his management team with control of his account, the pattern suggests something deeper might be at play. McLaren has repeatedly insisted their approach is fair. Team principal Andrea Stella has claimed the papaya rules are equitable. CEO Zach Brown has consistently shot down suggestions of favoritism, declaring, "We won't do it. We're racers, and we're going racing." Brown has maintained that McLaren have 2 number 1 drivers, and neither is given preference. But the perception among fans, particularly Australian fans, tells a different story. The gap between what McLaren says and what appears to happen on track continues to widen with each controversial decision. The criticism from F1 insiders has been mounting. Former F1 driver and commentator Martin Brundle warned that McLaren's attempts to micromanage the rivalry were risking team harmony. Perhaps McLaren should now just let their 2 drivers duke it out, gloves off, between themselves with zero interference, Brundle wrote. Any nuclear fallout will be tempered by the need to finish races, score points, avoid FIA in-race penalties, avoid Verstappen catching the pair of them, and running out of the latest specification of parts as the team focuses on 2026. But the most shocking advice came from former Haas team principal Guenther Steiner, who urged Piastri to leave McLaren as soon as possible, despite being contracted until the end of the 2028 season. Especially if he doesn't win the championship, I think he has a good chance to get in any other good car, Steiner said on the Red Flags podcast. He's a good driver. And change sometimes is good. He's young enough, he can adapt to it. He should, and I think he will. For a respected figure in the paddock to publicly advise a driver to abandon his team speaks volumes about how the situation is perceived within F1 circles. Piastri himself has tried to maintain a diplomatic public stance. In late September, he said the drivers were very aligned on how to progress through the season together. "We've had a lot of discussions and clarified a lot of things," Piastri explained. "We know how we're going to go racing going forwards, which is the most important thing." He refused to reveal specific details, saying, A lot that is to stay for us, because, ultimately, if we give out that information, then we become very easy targets to pick off, because everyone knows what we're going to do. That's all very aligned with all of us, but it stays in-house. Yet his Instagram action, whether accidental or not, suggests the frustration behind closed doors runs far deeper than his public comments indicate. The drama unfolded during a critical race weekend. While the controversy exploded on social media, Norris went fastest in the second practice session for the Las Vegas Grand Prix with a lap of 1 minute 33.602 seconds, just 0.029 seconds ahead of Mercedes' Kimi Antonelli. The session was disrupted by 2 red flags, including one for a loose manhole cover. Piastri finished the session in 14th place, 0.891 seconds adrift of his title rival Norris. Crucially, Piastri didn't get a soft tyre run, which many felt was another example of strategic decisions not favouring the Australian. We didn't manage to get too much from FP2 given the disruption, but we did get a slightly better feeling than in FP1, Norris said after the session. We made some good progress, and we've got a reasonable feeling altogether. Some positives to build on, and some areas to try and improve going into tomorrow. The championship mathematics add another layer of pressure. While Norris cannot secure the World Championship crown at Las Vegas, he could doom the repeat bid of 4-time defending champion Max Verstappen, who entered the weekend 49 points adrift. McLaren has already secured the Constructors' Championship, celebrating that victory together. But that team's success now feels hollow against the backdrop of internal discord. Historical parallels are unavoidable. F1 has seen numerous teams torn apart by driver rivalries. Mercedes endured the Hamilton-Rosberg saga that eventually drove one driver to retirement. Red Bull managed the tense Vettel-Webber partnership that left permanent scars. McLaren now faces the same impossible balance, achieving team success while keeping both drivers satisfied. The evidence suggests they're failing at the latter. The nationality factor cannot be ignored. McLaren is fundamentally an English team, based in Woking, with an English driver competing against an Australian. The marketing dynamics are undeniable. Norris has larger social media followings, more camera presence, and greater commercial appeal in key European markets. While this doesn't prove intentional bias, it creates structural incentives that could unconsciously influence decision-making at every level of the organization. What happens next will define McLaren's future. Piastri is only 24 years old, already capable of winning races against the best drivers in the world. He represents McLaren's future, yet the team's actions suggest they're willing to sacrifice that future for Norris's present championship bid. Other top teams would eagerly sign Piastri. Ferrari, Mercedes, and even Red Bull could offer him opportunities where he wouldn't face such obvious strategic disadvantages. The incident reveals how modern Formula One operates in the social media age. Drivers can no longer hide their feelings behind corporate messaging. A single Instagram action, whether intentional or accidental, can expose months of carefully managed public relations. Fans now demand transparency and fairness, and they possess the tools to analyze every strategic decision in real time. When teams like McLaren claim equality while appearing to deliver favoritism, the backlash becomes inevitable and severe.